I've heard so many people talk about 2025 being really hard. Not just a bit challenging, not a bit growthy, but proper life upside down, inside out hard. So if you felt like you've been dragged through endings, emotional whiplash, money wobbles, identity changes, and maybe you're suddenly seeing people really differently, there is a reason that 2025 felt like that. And the quick answer is that 2025 in numerology is widely described as a universal 9 year. So it's all about completion energy, endings, release, and clearing. On top of that, from the 29th of January 25 to the 16th of February 26 is the year of the snake in the lunar calendar. That's all about shedding, truth, transformation, and yes, it runs into January 2026. So, numerology 2026 is the universal 1 year. It's a new cycle. It's about momentum, leadership, fresh identity. And then the lunar year in 2026, from the 17th of February, is the year of the horse. And that is all about speed and momentum. So, yes, it's changing, but the magic is understanding how it changes and how to work with it in a way that supports your life, your nervous system, and your money. So, what a universal 9 year means is that when we take the numbers of 2025, so 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9, the universal 9 year is the end of a cycle energy. It's about completion, closure, releasing the old chapter, and simplifying, finishing what's been left hanging. Now, if 2025 had you thinking, I can't carry on like this, that's the 9 year energy doing its job. Sometimes it doesn't feel like endings. It feels like you're tired of repeating yourself. You're tired of overgiving, and you're tired of trying to make something work that keeps draining you. And then we had the year of the snake. And what that meant was, the snake energy, it can be harsh because it's about clarity. It's about shedding. It's about the truth you can't unsee. And because the snake year runs until the 16th of February 2026, January is still very much the snake energy. That's why the in between can feel like you're closing loops and clearing clutter, so the internal and external, and you're less available for the nonsense. You're being forced into honesty about what's working and what isn't. And you're changing shape, even if you can't explain it fully yet. January 2026 is a bridge, and that's important. This is the part that people miss because numerology transitions on the 1st of January, but the lunar zodiac shifts to the lunar new year on the 17th of February. So January and early February can feel like that part of you wants to go, but part of you is still in that energy of clearing and completing. And that's not you being inconsistent, that is purely the season that we're in. So if you spent 2025 being cracked open by life, this bridge matters because it's where you can choose what you're carrying forward and what you're finally putting down. So, what the universal 1 year means in 2026, so 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 6 equals 10, and then you add the 1 and the 0 together, which gives you 1. So, the 1 energy is new beginnings, it's leadership, it's identity, initiative, momentum. And the invitation is simple and sometimes quite confronting. You need to pick a direction and you need to move, not 10 different directions, one. And no, that doesn't mean you can't be multi-passionate. It just means your energy stops leaking out in 12 different places at once. Then we add the year of the horse from the 17th of February, and it's time to grab the reins because horse energy is bold, it's freedom led, it's fast moving. And 2026 is commonly described as the fire horse year. What that means is that things are going to move quickly, but you'll want to be anchored so fast doesn't become frantic. So, how to harness this energy without burning out? Let's start with just January, because this is still the snake energy. So your job is to close the loops gently and honestly. Review what you're holding on to that you no longer need to protect you. Finish the things that you keep dragging on. Make the decisions you keep delaying. And cut the money leaks, the time leaks, or the energy leaks. Set those boundaries and stop renegotiating them. If you want some journal prompts, maybe try, what am I no longer available for? What have I been holding on to for safety that I don't need anymore? So, for the next part of this period, the universal 1 year wants direction and the snake wants truth. So, this is the part where you can really make it yours. Choose what you want to anchor into first, not because you should, but because it helps you build momentum without scattering yourself. It might be an offer, a message, a weekly rhythm, one support that helps you stay regulated. And again, a journal prompt for you. What's the simplest next step that would make the biggest difference? If you want help choosing that anchor, if you can feel the shift coming, but you're not sure how to translate it into money and momentum without burning out, this is exactly where a deep dive can change everything. If you want more information, drop me a message or you can find more details in the notes. The next stage after the 17th of February, we want to move. We want momentum because the horse energy arrives. This is the season for brave visibility, bolder decisions, consistent selling, and simple, repeatable action. Here's another journal prompt for you. Where am I choosing approval over freedom? If you want to make this real in your business and with money, then book a deep dive with me. Maybe you're thinking, okay, but how? How do I harness this energy in a way that actually impacts my income, my momentum, and my capacity? Well, this is exactly what my wealth activation deep dive is for. This isn't about let's make a massive plan that you never follow. It's let's clear the noise, regulate your system, sharpen your intuition, and stop the time waste spiral. So your next move actually lands. You'll leave feeling clear, anchored, decisive, knowing what matters, what doesn't, and how to move without second guessing yourself. So, this is for you if you're done wasting time in overthinking, tweaking, and second guessing. You want trust. You want to trust yourself and your intuition and make clearer decisions that create momentum. You want your business to feel simpler and cleaner and more consistent without the pushing. So if you'd like to book a 2 hour deep dive with me that's followed by 3 month on demand support, we move through the rewire your mindset, reset your nervous system, rebuild strategy, and rise. Why a deep dive works? Because it's designed for people who are done circling. One focused session replaces weeks of talking about it, and then Voxer support keeps you moving at the exact decision points. And clients get results. Sarah tripled her income within a month of her deep dive session, and Kerry made more in 1 month than she did in the whole of 2024 after hers. If you're feeling the pull, you're ready to harness this energy and make it profitable and sustainable, this is where it starts.